Currently, our curriculum is built to create, educate, and train students who will flourish in our westernized world. The curriculum promotes ideals such as hard work, competition between peers, and a focus on earning money, so that when students finish their schooling, they will become productive members of our overwhelmingly Western society. The curriculum promotes certain ontologies or ways of thinking about the world, and epistemologies or ways of producing knowledge, which prioritize these Western ways of thinking. To many of us, these ideas are instilled from a young age and are commonplace for our society, but this is not the case for everybody. The curriculum does not accommodate for students of other cultures who may have different ways of learning. For example, many Indigenous cultures have their education rooted in experience based learning. Students draw on their own and others' experience of the natural world and their actions in order to learn. Whereas many Western classrooms focus instead on theoretical ideas, usually through the use of technologies or textbooks, a strange way of learning for many Indigenous cultures. The European focus of the curriculum also influences the choices of information teachers have for class study. For example, out of the 38 available texts or groups of texts in the standard English module for Year 11, only 6 of them are by Australian Indigenous authors, constituting 15% of texts available. This percentage is far lower in Extension English, where only 1 out of the 45 texts, or 2%, are written by Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander authors. The curriculum shows a clear prejudice against Australian Indigenous writers, especially at the higher levels of English teaching. The allegory of Plato's cave provides a strong metaphor to show the impacts of the current lack of racial diversity in our curriculum. In Plato's cave, a person is trapped in a cave and only sees partial shadows of the world projected onto the cave walls, instead of seeing the real world behind them. However, this person has only ever seen these shadows and believes that they are a perfect representation of the world outside. The current NESA curriculum places students in this cave and presents a world which is only focused on promoting Western ontologies and epistemologies. The curriculum warps the image of reality shown to our students and tells them that these are the only viewpoints which exist. That white authors, historians, intellectuals, and artists are the only people who they should be looking up to. And if Indigenous students are not able to see members of their own culture as examples of learning, or see their own culture's ontologies and epistemologies included, then they may start to question whether they have a place in the schooling environment at all.